Welcome to the Thin Within podcast, the show for women who want mental secrets for weight loss mastery. I'm your host, Marna Thal. I'm the owner of thinwithin.com, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on how to lose weight by mastering your inner game. Diets never worked for me long term, and if you're like 95% of the rest of the human race, they haven't worked long term for you either. Every week, I'll give you tools, techniques, and resources you need to actually succeed in using the power of your mind to lose weight. I can't wait to teach you another mental secret, so let's dive right in. Well, hello everybody. This is episode number 201, How to Manage Your Mind When You Hate the Way You Look This holiday season. So welcome everybody. Today I want to give you some tips and some tricks if you're hating your body and maybe you feel like you just want to close the doors and isolate and hide under the covers. Or maybe you have events that you are saying no to because of the way you look and feel. So today I want to talk to you about some simple ways that you can start to shift the conversation in your mind to a more powerful and loving conversation. But before I get into that, I want to share an opportunity that I've never offered before. For the first time ever, my private coaching practice is closed. So I know many of you are not going to be thrilled about that, but I am opening up a small and intimate coaching group for no more than 8 of you to work with me. So if you want me to coach you in an intimate group setting where you have accountability partners that are built in, where you have me inside of your life for 6 months, and go full throttle to break through roadblocks in your mind and your actions, then I encourage you to apply. This is for no more than 8 of you who've been craving an opportunity to work really intimate with me. It's like I get to work and create and talk through and connect with each one of you on a really personal level for 6 months. So this is something I want you to apply for because I want to make sure that you're the right fit for this group. And I want to just make sure I connect to each and one of you in this group. Since I'm going to be spending a lot of time with you, I want to make sure that I feel comfortable with you and you feel comfortable with me. So if you would like to apply, I will include a link in the show notes for you to, the investment for this is $2,000. And you get access to me 3 times a month for 6 months. We're going to work together on Tuesday afternoons. I charge $400 an hour. So this is an exclusive opportunity for me to really dive into your life, help you with your mindset, and get you out of any rut that you might have been in. And if you're interested, I want you to apply to work with me for the next 6 months, starting the beginning of January. And in that conversation that I have with you, I will answer any questions that you have. I'll look and see if you're the right fit and we'll talk through because I just want you to always feel so comfortable. We do a lot of really cool, amazing, intimate work together. And so I want to make sure that this is a win-win opportunity and that I can actually help you, because that's important for me to feel like I can actually make a difference for you and your body and your life. And so I encourage you to apply, and I can't wait to work with those of you in this really special first time ever offer to work in a private mastermind group coaching with me. Let's dive in to managing your mind this holiday season. When you hate or just don't like the way you look. If you've been thinking, I hate my body or I hate the way I look, we have to work on your inner critic who is just putting you down over and over and over. See, your critical voice that loves to compare you to others or tell you that you're not good enough or that you don't measure up, no wonder why you don't feel like socializing or going out or celebrating this holiday season. No wonder if your inner critic has been on high alert and criticizing every move you make, or this is the first time you've been out in a long time and you've gained weight, then your inner critic, if it's so busy beating the crap out of you, of course you don't want to go out. Of course you want to isolate. Of course you are struggling. So if you hate your body or you're frustrated with how you look, we always want to look first at starting with the conversation that you're having inside of your mind. Okay. So to do that, instead of feeling crappy about yourself, I have two questions. If you're feeling terrible right now about yourself, your body, the way you look, you want to isolate, you find yourself beating yourself up, you're finding yourself wanting to just go into, you want to just bypass the holiday season without anybody looking at your body or you looking at your own body. I have a couple questions. Okay. Here are two questions that you can just start to ask yourself and start to transform this conversation. The first question is, when you think about the holidays and seeing people, what do you want to think about yourself? What do you want to think about yourself? What do you want to think about this holiday season instead? What do you want to think about yourself? This is a really important question because a lot of times we just go on autopilot and we just go into what we've always thought or how we've always felt or what we always think. And we get into these program patterns with our thinking instead of being really intentional and thinking about, what do I want to think about myself this holiday season? Yeah, I may not love my weight. Yeah, my body might be a little bit bigger, but what do I want to think is possible for me? What do I want to think about myself and this holiday season? Now, when you ask that of yourself, you're not going to come up with something negative. I want to think that I'm terrible. No, of course you're not going to want to do that. You're going to want to think about the holidays and seeing people, that it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It's that you're going to be able to connect with others and you can share yourself and be engaged and have a lovely holiday. You don't want to be thinking about your body. You don't want to be thinking about your thighs or your stomach. What do you want to be thinking about yourself and the holiday experience? And the next question is, how do you want to feel about yourself in the holidays? I want to feel energetic. I want to feel hopeful that I'm going to lose weight in 2022. And I want to feel really good. I want to feel connected to my family. I want to feel excited to be spending time with my loved ones. I want to feel grateful that I have this opportunity when so many people have lost their lives to COVID or tragedy, right? I just want to feel grateful. I was reading a post of somebody who's lost their child, and I was thinking, how grateful am I to have my kids and to spend time with them because not everybody has that. And so it's like when you get that feeling and that nudge, it takes you away from yourself and your body. And it really looks at what truly matters, which is you feeling and connecting and being with and sharing memories with those that you love. So, how do you want to feel? It's really important questions to ask yourself at any point during the holiday season where you start to feel triggered or where you notice that your inner dialogue is really barking at you to be a certain way or look a certain way or hates the way you look. And then you go, wait a second, how do I want to feel right now? What do I want to think about myself right now? What do I want to think about my body or how do I want to feel about my body right now? Those are such important questions that immediately can do what I call a state change. And that changes your state mentally, physically in your body to then create something different. The next thing, it's important, start talking back to your inner critic. Do you know you do not have to believe what your mind throws at you? Your mind is just a collection of old programming, of thoughts and of being modeled thoughts that you may or may not have really wanted to take on for yourself and your body and your mind. You do not have to believe that the holidays are going to suck because you don't look the way you want, or that you're an embarrassment, or your body's an embarrassment, or that your body's big and ugly, or whatever it is that you're saying. Question your inner critic. Ask it, why is it choosing to think those thoughts? And what else could it think instead to help move you towards greater health, to help you feel better about yourself? You can choose to be on the journey of losing weight and be kind on that journey to hit your goals. Do you know that? Do you know that you actually don't have to believe that old programming and you can choose to lose weight and be nice during the process? I have a member of my community who shared yesterday that she's fitting into pants that she hasn't fit into in a few years. And she said that through journaling, she's been able to find her way and direct the conversation in her mind. So direct that conversation. You can intentionally create a different conversation. Or when you start speaking negatively, you can talk back to that inner critic. The next thing, if you're really struggling this holiday season, I want you to ask better questions of yourself. One of the things that I like to think about is if I'm just having a blah day or not feeling so great in my clothes, or I look in the mirror and I'm like, not a great mirror day. I like to ask myself better questions like, what clothes will make me look and feel pretty today? Or what clothes will help me look and feel better? What do I feel good in? What are clothes will help me look and feel, smaller in? What thoughts would help me feel confident and beautiful today? Is there anything that I could wear or do with my makeup or hair or accessories that would help me feel pretty? So I want you to think about those questions. Ask better questions. If you're going to tell yourself, do I really have to go because I hate my body? I'm so fat. Do I really have to go? Or I hate the way my body looks. You're not going to get an answer that supports you, makes you feel better, or gets you into the action to actually reach your goals. I want you to ask yourself better questions. Ask yourself what clothes would help you feel amazing, help you look better, prettier, help you feel good. What thoughts could you think if you're going to attend an event? What thoughts could you think that would help you feel excited about the event, help you feel confident, help you feel beautiful? Or is there anything that you could wear or do with makeup or hair, or accessories that would help you feel beautiful or pretty or whatever the feeling is that you desire? Ask yourself better questions. Next, I want you to practice self compassion. When you hate the way you look, it's like you just want to check out of life. Have you ever experienced that when you just feel like you're kind of just defeated, like nothing's going to change, your weight always coming back, or you're gaining weight, and it's like you just want to check out of life? I know I've done that where I just didn't want to be around anyone or have anyone see me because I was so ashamed of my body or the way I was looking. And I deprived myself of living and showing up and having fun because I was carrying around some extra weight. And then the more I isolated, the less I moved. And the less I moved, the less I wanted to go out. And it just created this cycle of not showing up for my life. And then it only amplified the problem of weight. The more I isolated, the less I moved, and the less I then got out and about moving my body, and the more weight I gained. So instead of hating your body right now, why don't you practice showing some compassion? Now, what does this look like and mean for you practically? Well, this means looking at each day in a different light and seeing that there are positive things that you've accomplished, noticing them, recognizing them. You can move forward and find compassion and love. You don't have to wait until you're at your desired weight to find that compassion and love for yourself. You know why? Because when you finally hit your ideal weight, there's going to just be something else that you don't like about yourself. So, getting in the practice of finding compassion and love and honoring what's working for you and all that you are doing, when you finally reach your weight loss goal, you're going to have practice being kind and gentle and loving with yourself. And when you're kinder and gentler and more loving with yourself, maintaining your weight is so much easier. A group member yesterday said, I do great at losing weight, but then I always gain it back because I start focusing on tomorrows. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow I'll do better. Tomorrow I will care. But having that compassion and love for yourself now as you lose weight is going to help you to feel and connect and have the confidence to keep going and to keep staying and to not think of the future that someday it'll be better tomorrow. No, start bringing in self compassion today. You don't have to wait for tomorrow because if you keep pushing it off, you're going to just keep pushing your life off. And I know you don't want that. And lastly, remember, you're not alone. It's easy to think that you're the only one at a family event or a party who struggles with thoughts of self and body hatred. The truth is that many people that you're with or that you may be at a party with, that you might not even know or believe that they would struggle, might be feeling similarly. But here's what I know: most people don't pay attention to what you're wearing or how you look. Maybe they give a glance of a few seconds. How many of you really spend all that much time at a party really hunkering down on somebody's looks or paying attention to what somebody wore? You might here and there notice, but most parties, I won't know what anybody wore the next morning. And it's not because I'm drunk. It's not because I drank too much. It's because it's not that important to me. What's important are the connections and the conversations and loving people up and being surrounded by them and being in connection with great people and family and friends. If you've ever felt awkward eating a meal by yourself at a restaurant, it can feel like everybody's watching you. Like everybody in the restaurant is like, "Oh, who are you? Why are you eating by yourself?" But the truth of it is that nobody cares. They might glance and be like, oh, she's eating alone. Who cares? They don't give it a whole lot of thought. So you are not alone. You are in good company with others who are working through their own demons of inner critics. And so know that it's a journey and it's a process. And you have others who are wanting to look good and feel good and may be struggling in the same way to look and feel good as well. And that could be somebody who weighs 120 pounds or somebody who weighs 320 pounds. The weight does not matter, it's the thoughts. So, this holiday season, transform your inner dialogue. Find compassion for yourself. Ask better questions and know that you are not alone. I don't want any one of you isolating or not enjoying the holiday season because of your body. If you don't love your body, I got you, boo. I can help you transform your relationship with your mind, your relationship with your body, your relationship with health, so that you can lose weight and like yourself in the process of doing it. You can always go to my website, thinwithin.com, and I'll be able to help you. You can see I've got free resources there that you can sign up for. And I'm always happy to help support you, guide you, and train you And for up to 8 of you who would like to work with me and allow me to intimately work together to coach you, support you, love you up, and challenge you to break through your weight and life barriers, I would love nothing more. So I will have a link to that. It's a little bit longer of a URL, so that's why I'll just put it in the show notes. Click there and apply. And I would love the opportunity to really get to know you this year and over the next 6 months. Now, if you hear anybody who's body bashing, isolating, or struggling this holiday season, please share this podcast episode. And if you like this podcast or any of my last 200 episodes, I'd love it if you gave me a 5-star review. I read every single one of your reviews and they just light me up. They light up my heart and they really do give me the motivation to keep doing more of this work for you and keep giving you episodes every single week. All right, everybody, have an amazing day and I'll talk to all of you soon.